Oh, last thing.
And Snoop too. But
I saw that today. What the fuck happened there?
I don't know because I do have an idea, and I don't know if my idea is right, but
What's the idea?
my thought is that I was watching whatever mindless TV. I don't know, Netflix or somewhere. He has a show on something
on Prime. And by the way, do we want to just say that today I saw something where they were asking Snoop about Trump, and he says, "I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump," which I don't know if that means it's an endorsement. I don't know if there's anything more than that, but just that sentence alone is very, very disappointing.
Very
because
right.
Yeah. Right. So you were saying there's a movie, I think on Prime called Underdogs.
Yeah. So yeah. I have an idea, just how Hollywood works. His agent saying, chill with the Trump is a bitch or whatever else.
Because he was really dogging out Donald Trump.
Right. Because, when you have a show out or something, do not want to, separate or stop certain fans from coming from watching your show. I would imagine you want everyone. I mean, Kevin Hart, you would never know what his politics are.
Right.
He doesn't talk about it.
Right.
Because he wants to continue to make the money from everybody. He doesn't want to box anybody out. He wants the magazines. But quietly, he gives back to the community. He registers people to vote. He works with LeBron. Quietly, he does that.
Yeah.
But he's not outwardly talking about Trump is this, Trump is that, because he doesn't want the MAGAs on his time. You know what I mean? He don't want that kind of thing. So I kind of think that Snoop's agents may have said, you have this show out right now.
Yeah.
Just shut up about it. And
I hope so. But I mean, did he have to go out of his way to sort of give Trump an endorsement? Because that gives people, I think, the wrong idea as well. But I mean, I'm not saying it's swinging the election or anything like that, but I just, I don't know. It's disappointing because I love Snoop. I'm a big Snoop fan. I love him.
It made me pump my brakes too. I'm like, y'all are so disappointed. As I just kept thinking, like, why are y'all so disappointing? Like, y'all are just disappointing.
Snoop is a lot like Eminem. They're both very similar in the fact that I don't give a fuck if you don't want. And Eminem literally came out and said, "Don't buy my fucking records." But I do not like Donald Trump. I hate him.
Why Snoop would ever do that. That was very. And people talked about it. People are not okay because now he's being lumped with Ice Cube. Like, okay,
right,
stupid. Go ahead. Like,
yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I don't know if there was anything more that said than just that, but I was very disappointed. In fact, I saw it on Twitter today, and I was like, no. That was from years ago, and then I literally looked it up. I was like, fuck, he just said that.
Yeah. Like, damn. How did you just say that when you were calling him a bitch? Like, what changed? He got better?
Yeah.
How is he better?
Yeah. I don't think you and Trump got together for a cup of coffee and discussed your, the future for the politics of the United States. But
you know what? It's the bullshit. It's the Charlemagne the gods. It's the black men. Got work to do, but they got work to do with black men. They really do. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet, but
gosh, I think the only one of the strategies that I'd use with maybe Charlemagne and those guys that my brother listens to Charlemagne, and he told me, he's like, Charlemagne's not like a political person, but he has opinions, and he has, he likes discussing them, but, I don't think he even would say he's a political expert, but he just likes diving into different subjects, and he'll have those kind of people on, and, like different politicians. He had Vivek Ramaswamy, that kind of stuff. And he would.
It's controversy. It's
controversy. Yes. And it's for, you get people watching, you get controversy and stuff like that. But what I would ask them is say, look, if you're trying to do a comparison thing, the only thing I'd ask you to do, because I know, for you, it's important that the Black community is represented, and it's important for the Black community to understand how important this may be and everything. If you want to just look at the differences between the people who are being elected into each body, between the Republicans and the Democrats, look at the Democratic side, look at the Republican side, and you tell me, just because maybe you don't like Joe Biden, tell me which side is more represented for you than the other side. So why would we even try to do this, kind of like, and I've said this before, I don't mind people talking about, the bad things about one side and the other, but right now this is a different ball game. And I'm not using the words life or death as in literal life or death, but for some people it might
But it
be.
kinda is, right?
Yeah.
Because women are dying, and they will
Yeah.
die. It's your daughters, it's your kids, and Black women and
Yes.
Black girls will be impacted disproportionately.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no question about it. So I mean, when you see the representation from both sides just alone,
Still
shouldn't
on.
that tell you that, maybe you have representatives who will fight for you, and maybe we can't get everything done now, but if we keep these representatives in and we continue to progress and we continue to get little things here and chip away, because it's not going to happen overnight. Anybody who's followed politics understands none of this happens overnight. Just
Right.
does